Hey there, welcome back to my kitchen. Today we are going to be doing an unboxing and then we will be doing some baking. So I've been wanting to do more kitchen and baking and cooking type videos with you, and this little package that I received seemed like the perfect inspiration and the perfect way to try something else together in the kitchen. So this box, this lovely cardboard package here, my husband and I received because we recently attended a virtual celebration for two of our dear friends, and they are such cool and creative and generous people that they sent out in the mail a favor, a party favor, to all of the guests in the form of this package. So my husband and I received this, and we didn't know what it was or who it was from. It was in a bigger box, and we unwrapped it. And so it was so cool to discover that it was from our friends. And inside are some very cool goodies, and part of that will turn into some very lovely baked goodies. So we're just going to unbox this and see what's inside, and then use the contents to bake ourselves a treat. Okay? Okay, so first of all, I don't know how well, I want to make sure I say this correctly. The sticker on the front of this box says Lavender Manor Farms. So that was our first clue. Our first clue as to what maybe was in this box. That it came from a lavender farm. And I love lavender, and so that made me very excited. So you can see the little round sticker there. And then the box is wrapped with this lovely little papery ribbon twine here. So I am going to slide off this little twine. Have that. Nice little crinkle. I'll put that over to the side. And then now we just have this lovely box. So what do you think might be inside a box from a lavender farm? Let's see. So get the edges here, so I can do a nice reveal here and show you. Da-da-da-da. What is inside? So, try not to make too much excess noise here. I'm going to put this down, and then I can show you each thing that is in it. First of all, there's there's this lovely little card from them talking about their farm, and it says, "At Lavender Manor Farms, we strive to provide unique merchandise made from our organically grown crops. Whenever possible, we use ingredients from other small businesses. We think this collaborative style of doing business is vital to the health of rural economies and essential to ensuring that locally sourced quality ingredients continue to exist. By supporting us, you're supporting other small farmers and regional businesses. We all thank you and appreciate your continued support." And Lavender Manor Farms is located in Cobleskill, New York. And so I will include a link to them in the description in case you would like to check out their website and learn more about how they farm and produce lavender. So that little bit of info. And then there's this very, very sweet little bag, little sachet of lavender buds. So you can see all the little lavender buds in the bag there. And you can give it a sniff if you want. Oh, it smells amazing. Lavender is so relaxing, it really is. It is very medicinal to the nervous system. So this is a really neat little favor to have. And it says on the bag here, it says lavender essential oil. So I'm guessing that these lavender buds are infused with extra lavender essential oil, which is what makes it smell so strong and pungent and nice. So there you go, you can see that. Do a little bit of lavender sounds. That's really nice. And of course, this makes me think of Sarah Lavender ASMR, who is one of my favorite ASMR creators. So I will dedicate a little bit of this lovely lavender scent to her, because she has certainly helped me relax my nervous system many times. So thank you, Sarah Lavender. And my mom also really loves lavender. Some of you know my mom because you've watched my video with her doing ASMR. And so when I first got this package in the mail and saw that it was lavender, I assumed it was from her because she and I always give each other lavender. So it was neat that it was from someone else in my life. Folks who also love lavender and nature and flowers and beautiful natural things. So I don't know exactly what I'll do with this. You know, you could put it in a drawer or just hang it somewhere for the nice scent. So I'll figure out what I want to do with that. And I'm wearing my earbuds today to do this because I wasn't sure how my refrigerator will sound in the background and if there would be anything else that might be odd or jarring. But I hope the actual sound of the headphones themselves doesn't get annoying. So anyway, lavender. Okay, so also in our little box, they included another little card, which is their business card, which has Lavender Manor Farms on it, and their contact info. organic family farm. Okay, so those were some extra little fun goodies in here, but now let's get to the main event of what is in this box. I'll try to remove it in a relaxing way, not a jarring way. Okay, that was a little loud coming out of the box. I might edit that out. But we have this pretty large bag of lavender blueberry oatmeal cookie mix. And it says here on the front, ingredients: rolled oats, flour, sugar, dried blueberries, lavender, lemon peel powder, baking soda, and salt. So I'm really excited because I have actually never baked or cooked anything with lavender in it before. I have only used it aromatically and aromatherapeutically. And when you bake or cook with lavender, you need to make sure that you buy food grade lavender, which is obviously what is incorporated here. So I'm just really excited. Whenever you watch cooking shows and people put lavender or other flower essences in their baking, people are always like, oh, you don't want to make it taste like perfume, or, have it taste too flowery. And so I'll be interested to see how flowery this actually tastes. And the combination of the blueberry and the lemon with lavender just sounds heavenly. Heavenly, heavenly, heavenly. And oatmeal as well. I mean, oatmeal cookies are such a classic, and I make oatmeal cookies a lot because those are my husband's favorite. But these kind of take it to a whole new level. Okay, so just to complete our unboxing before I dive into the baking, the bottom of this box has all this cute little paper in the bottom of it to keep everything nice and secure. And I do appreciate it when people use paper wrapping instead of styrofoam or things like that. So this is a nice little box. So I will definitely close this back up and keep this box and give a gift to someone else in it at some point. I really love to reuse boxes, and now that this is empty, I can probably tap on it a little more. Can you hear the birds outside? Every time I do this, when I film with my windows open, I feel like I'm being such a rebel, because usually, for ASMR, we kind of shut everything up tight and try to keep out all the outside sounds, but I'm being experimental, and I know one of the things I like about ASMR is using it, as sort of ambient background sound. And I heard someone say in a comment on someone else's ASMR video recently that they liked to listen to urban soundscapes, like with traffic and noises like that, and it really made me realize that anything can be relaxing. It's all in the sort of the theme and the style and what you want to get out of it. So I think that just leaving the outside background sounds in is an interesting thing to try. Okay, so we'll put our lavender box to the side over here with our little lavender sachet. And thank you again to my dear friends for this beautiful gift. And it's extra special because these are friends who have been very supportive of my ASMR channel, so it's extra special to get to share a gift from you on my channel in a video. Now let's get into part two of this video and actually bake these cookies. I'm so excited to bake something for you. Okay, so I'm going to read the directions on the back of this package for lavender, blueberry, oatmeal cookie mix. First, we need to preheat the oven to 350. So I am actually going to do that right now. I'm going to take out my headphones so that I don't get caught on myself and go turn on my oven. I always check to make sure there's nothing in my oven. That's an infamous thing in my family. My mom and I are always sticking extra pans in the oven, and you don't want anything to, to store them. You don't want anything getting hot in there that you don't need. So, okay, step one complete. Oh wow, it says this yields approximately 4 dozen cookies, so it's a good many cookies. Maybe I'll only bake half of them and then save the other half of the dough to bake another time. We'll see. So it says, you will need 1 1/2 sticks of butter, softened. That's a lot of butter. These are going to be good cookies. 2 eggs and 3/4 of a cup light brown sugar. The directions say, in a large bowl, blend softened butter, eggs, and brown sugar till smooth. Add contents of bag and mix till all ingredients are well incorporated and evenly distributed. Drop by tablespoons onto a greased cookie sheet or sheet covered with baking parchment. Bake 8 to 10 minutes or till cookie edges and tops begin to brown. Cool on rack. Okay, so I will admit to you that I did pull this bag out earlier and took a picture of the ingredients and everything before I put it back in the box so that I could gather everything so that I would be ready. So I do have the ingredients that we need here to the side. So I will start with, I have this lovely mixing bowl, and I picked this one because it is a lighter weight bowl. I have some other mixing bowls that I love that are very heavy ceramic, and I just thought in the case of this video I probably will want to be maybe lifting up the bowl and showing it to you. So I didn't want to use my heaviest one. As you can see, my empty bowl for the moment. So our first ingredient is the butter. So I have here, my oven is cooking. I hope you don't mind that. That's part of the cooking sounds. I have a stick and a half of butter here in this little bowl that I have been allowing to soften. So I'm going to take these 2 sticks of butter and place them down in here. I've noticed that putting ingredients into this bowl can actually sound quite loud. So I'm going to be as gentle as I can. So we have our butter. So we need to blend the softened butter, the eggs, and the brown sugar. So now I will put my 2 eggs in, and I want to show you that I have my eggs in 1 egg, 2 eggs. I have my eggs in this ceramic bowl that I made. I made this ceramic bowl when I was in college over 20 years ago when I took a ceramics class, and I have a few of my ceramics, and they're really neat to have, and I never really thought they'd last this long. Okay, I'm going to put my eggs over here where maybe they won't be quite as loud. I'm really trying to get a sense for the balance of these kitchen sounds. Very interesting on the microphone. So I'm going to put my eggs in here, and I think I will bring this over here as well to crack them. Okay, so one egg. One egg. One egg. And two eggs. And take my headphones out for a moment and wash the eggs off my fingertips. The oven is finished. I decided to leave all of my moving around and doing things in this video without editing it out, because I like it when people move around and gather their props and things, and sort of having those breaks in the video. Okay, and now the brown sugar. So this calls for 3/4 of a cup light brown sugar. I do not have any light brown sugar currently, but I do have this brand new bag of wholesome, organic, fair trade dark brown sugar. So we're going to be wild and use dark brown sugar. Instead, dark brown sugar just has a little higher molasses content, and so it's a little bit moister. So that can affect your baked goods a little bit, but these are drop cookies, so you know the texture's not that finicky. So I think this should be fine. So since I have this lovely bag, I will show you that it is wholesome. Organic, fair trade, dark brown sugar. We haven't gotten to the part in Anne of Green Gables yet when Matthew buys 20 pounds of brown sugar. Spoiler alert. That will be coming up. He buys it for a funny and cute and endearing reason. And I always think of that with brown sugar, and in my family we often say 20 pounds of brown sugar, which is just the way that Colleen Dewhurst says it, playing the role of Marilla in the Anne of Green Gables miniseries that I love. Colleen Dewhurst was an amazing actress, and I think she is the absolute perfect Marilla. So I try to channel her when I read that part. So now I'm getting distracted into other things, but it's good. This is letting the butter get a little softer as we talk, so hopefully that will work better. Okay, so I'm going to open, let me see, I shall move my eggshells over here, and then I think I'll bring my sugar over here so the bag won't be quite so loud, and I'm going to open it. See if I can, you know what? I think I shall use my scissors. Ooh, junk drawer. Maybe I should do an ASMR video of going through my junk drawer. Okay, so I will use my scissors to open the brown sugar. And then I did not get out my 1/4 of a cup. So let me see what I have up here. Ooh, I'll get these ones out. These are some super duper cute little measuring cups that I have that are ceramic, and so you have to be careful with them. It's kind of a miracle to me that I haven't broken any of them. But this one on top is 1/4 of a cup. So we will use that. And I'll get a knife out of my drawer here. Oh, that's a spoon. So that I can level this off. So I will do kind of, you know, with brown sugar, it's good to kind of pack it in there a little bit. One. That makes such a loud sound. But it like thunks. That's so funny. I think this is relaxing overall, but some of these sounds are surprising me and making me smile. Okay. Our second 1/4 of a cup, so we're up to 1/2 cup of brown sugar. I will try to gently there we go, I sort of sprinkled it in a little more that time. And then one more. One more. 1/4 of a cup. So we've got 3/4 of a cup. Okay, so we now have our 1½ sticks of butter, our 3/4 a cup of brown sugar, and our 2 eggs are in the bowl. So we are supposed to blend these now, and I'm going to start out doing this, at least, with my trusty fork. And it, you know, something like this, you might use an electric mixer to get it nice and mixed up, and I do have a wonderful electric handheld mixer that belonged to my husband's grandmother, and it's really special to have, and it still works like a charm, and it's great. But I am still a person that most of the time I like to just mush things and mix things up with a fork. And I thought the electric mixer might be kind of loud. Now I'm realizing that mixing up these cookies is kind of loud. I'm gonna have to get some tips from other people who do baking and such of how to do the levels of these sounds. But you know what? I feel like as ASMR artists, we're always so self-conscious about every little sound, and you as the viewers, I think, just take it all in as one soundscape. I mean, I know I do that when I'm listening to videos, and so I should stop being picky with myself and just assume that you like these. So I'm going to give you, just to show you here, I mean, this is like, you know, yummy sludge in here right now. We've got the butter and the eggs and the sugar, and it does take, you know, a good bit of elbow grease to blend butter and sugar like that. So sometimes when doing this, sometimes I will just mush the butter with my hand before I add the other ingredients when I'm making certain baking recipes, and that's how I get my butter on. It's alright just taking this fork and really just mushing. Okay, I had to have a little reality check here. I think my butter is not softened enough to do this by hand. So I'm going to get that last of those good butter scrunchies off my fork here. And I am going to finish mixing this with the electric mixer. And if it's too loud, I will just edit that part out or something. But this is cool because now I can show you my cool Sunbeam electric mixer. That, like I said, belonged to my husband's grandmother, and it is still going strong. So you take your 2 beaters here and you put them into place. And it's got this awesome old school cord. Oh my goodness, guys, this is getting intense. Okay, I'm gonna plug it in over here. And then we're gonna mix. And I'm gonna move it kind of farther from the microphone. And we'll see if it's too insane. Oh no, that's not bad. It's actually kind of nice. Do it nice and gentle. Okay, I guarantee you I had to do a little editing there because I had to turn it up to the highest setting there to get everything blended. A spoon now and use it to scrape off some of the extra. Actually, I'll give it an extra little. Get some of the extra butter and sugar and egg down off of the handles. Okay, this is the magic of YouTube, so I'm not going to worry about my dirty mixer for the moment. Just going to put it over here and I will clean it up a bit. Okay, so here we are, back from our blending experience. You all are so wonderful to just be with me through these experiments and try new things. I'm really enjoying myself. So I now have the, ooh, makes a nice sound. The butter and eggs and sugar are blended. So I am now going to add the contents of this bag and mix until they are well incorporated. So this bag is a neat, it's a neat material. It's kind of like soft. So I imagine it's something that's perhaps more biodegradable and sustainable. I'm not sure, but it has a nice sound. Okay, let's see about this one. If I can just open it this way. Perfect. And I'll open this part. Bring it back over here. I've moved things back and forth so many times. Oh, okay. And so now we have this beautiful mix in here that has blueberries and lavender in it. Wow, it smells really good. So, okay, here we go. So I am just going to lift that up, the bowl up, so you don't get that echo. Okay, so we've got our cookie mix mixed in there. Okay, so for this phase, I have my handy dandy, teeny tiny spatula. I have a bunch of these. I use tiny spatulas for almost everything. Okay, I'm gonna hold this up a little bit and stir it. I think that makes a nicer sound. Okay, so now look at this. We have this beautiful cookie dough. Check it out. Our beautiful oatmeal, lavender, blueberry, lemon, we have completed mixing them together, and now we can get ready to bake them. And so I think I am going to take out my headphones for this part because I'm just afraid I'll make too much of a mess of my cord, and we'll just trust that the sound will be okay. Okay, so now we are ready to put these into the oven and bake them. So I already prepared ahead of time a baking sheet, 2 baking sheets with some parchment on them, because ripping parchment paper is another kind of loud baking sound. So I have them over here. First I have this blue baking pan that I really like. Actually, it's kind of speckled. It's a neat color, and I have a piece of baking parchment here. So I will put that down, and then I am just going to perhaps get out a larger spoon and drop these cookies. And now what did she say? Just it just said drop by tablespoons, and so, you know, I always usually just kind of approximate that with a big spoon. I usually don't use an actual tablespoon. And actually, with the consistency of this dough, I think it seems easiest just to form them with my hands. So that's what I am going to do. And I really do love making cookies, because that's just such, you know, it's a simple, oh, maybe that one's a little big. Simple, classic thing to do that, you know, comes together quickly. And I have many happy memories of baking cookies with my family. We used to do a holiday baking day every year where we would get together with some of my cousins, and we would bake a lot of cookies and then share them all for the holiday season. And my sister has kept that tradition going into our adult life, and she hosts cookie swaps at the holidays, which is fun. Alright, this is starting to get a little bit sticky, but I think I will get our first batch in. And usually with dough like this, you know, where you're using butter and it is softened, the softer your butter is, the more the cookies are going to spread. So I imagine that these are going to spread a good deal and get pretty thin and crispy, which is how my husband really likes his oatmeal cookies. So I imagine he will like them. But it'll be interesting to see. I don't, they might not be the prettiest cookies, but that's why it's really fun to do this, to do an ASMR cooking video, because the point of this is not for me to make the most perfect cookies you've ever seen. The point is for us to hang out and chill and relax together. So if they don't turn out great, you know, the video can still be a success. So here are my doughy fingers. You can see. So I'm going to come over here and rinse my hands. I've gotta love butter, but it is very sticky on the hands. Okay, and so let me see, she says 8 to 10 minutes. So I'm going to put these in the oven. And set a timer, which might not be very ASMR-ish, but that's okay. Oh, can you hear Yurichi the cat? She's like, are you making something for me? And I have to say, no, honey, these are cookies. They're not for you. So I have one more baking sheet here. So we might as well go ahead and do a second batch. And then I think whatever else is left of this, after I do this batch, I will put in the freezer. And I love doing that. I love making a big batch of cookie dough and then putting it in the freezer. Sometimes usually I just do it in one big lump and then I cut the cookies when I'm finished. But sometimes I'll even do them in little individual cookie lumps. And then you can just bake a few cookies at a time when you want to, and that's very convenient. I think as I continue to make cookies, they always get bigger. You start to maybe get impatient with making the little ones, but I do, especially with chocolate chip cookies, I like to make really, really small, really, really tiny little chocolate chip cookies, because, I don't know, it makes them seem more like fancy store-bought ones you'd get when you were a kid. There is some movement in the household and movement outside. I filmed this video very early to try to not disturb anyone. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so sticky. Okay, so I think I'm only going to do 9 in this batch instead of a dozen because that will be plenty for now. So there's a little bit bigger. Okay, cool. Alright, so once again, I will rinse out this extra dough. I have no idea what the sound of my sink will sound like in the video. Maybe it will sound nice. Wipe off my hands here. Listen to the plane going by. I actually don't mind planes in ASMR videos, you know, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Okay, so the second batch is ready now, so we'll wait for the first batch to be finished and then swap them out and see what our final cookies look like. Okay, now a little time has passed, and our cookies are ready to take out of the oven. I can smell them, and that is always my number one sign that cookies are done. I did just check them, so I'm going to get my trusty hot mitt, and actually I will bring over my this cute little, I shouldn't delay too long, I don't want the cookies to burn, but my cute little cat hot mitt trivet type thing from Austria that my mother-in-law brought me. I love it. So I will put that down and take out these cookies. Oh my gosh, they look great. Oh my goodness, I can smell the lemon. I can really smell the lemon and the blueberry. Okay, so I will put the other ones in. Okay, they actually took about 12 minutes, the first batch. So again, let me, I'll get both of my fancy hot mitts so that I can show you our cookies. I don't want the parchment paper to slide away. But don't they look nice? Don't they look nice? I'm excited. Oh, they smell lovely. Okay, so I am going to let these cool for a little bit, and then we will ASMR with hot mitts. We will transfer them over to the cooling rack and wait for the other batch to be done. Okay, so a little bit more time-lapse magic of YouTube here. You all are such good sports for believing in my creative magic. Okay, these have cooled now for a few minutes, and Yurichi really wants one. You can hear her meowing in the background. So I am going to move these over here. And you know what? I often start moving cookies over to a cooling rack with a spatula, and then I find it sort of hard to balance them. So I've washed my hands, you know, like 20 times doing this. So I'm just going to move these over to the cooling rack. And they're still pretty warm, and I honestly, I like to eat my cookies when they're still warm. So I want to show you this one close up. And I'm actually really surprised. They didn't spread very much. I thought that they would, but they actually stayed pretty thick, and they have a nice shape. And like I said, they smell wonderful. Let's try tapping on the cookie. I don't have my headphones on anymore, so I don't know how this sounds, but I have a feeling it must sound delicious. Cookie, 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 cookie. Okay, so we have successfully made our cookies. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just try one. Like I've often said, I don't really do mukbangs on my channel. I'm not so much into, you know, lots of chewing sounds, but I will sample this so that we can know. Okay, let me give you the, like they always do in commercials, you know, and on baking things give you that. Yes, see the lovely, lovely inside of the cookie. Lovely inside of the cookie. So, oh, you can see one of the blueberries there. So I've broken it in half. So let me try this side. Wow. The lavender is really subtle. It's definitely not overpowering. I can taste the lemon. I can taste the blueberry. Wow, that's a really unique combination of flavors. Okay, so would you like this side? Okay, you can have this side if you'd like some. There, go ahead. I will put that down for you in case you want to finish the rest of it later. And obviously we have a whole batch of cookies over here and another batch in the oven. So you can have as many oatmeal cookies as you want. Okay. So I will have one more bite. Filling crumbs everywhere. Well, thank you for being here with me for this experimental baking video. I really had fun, and I mean, this was neat. It took me almost an hour to film, so it was really fun to hang out with you for that long of an amount of time. And I hope you enjoyed seeing the whole process of things, and let me know if you'd like to see more kitchen and baking videos, and if you have any suggestions for, you know, how I'm doing them or things you'd like to see. Please just let me know. And I think I'm going to pick up Yurichi the cat, since she has been meowing all through this video. Now she's being quiet, she's just purring, but let her say hello to you. And Hazel the hound is over asleep on the couch now. Things are coming together in my household this morning. But we are all very happy to spend time with you always. Thanks for being here. Take good care. And I'll see you again soon. And she says, bye-bye.